Hello it is, then we go back to finish Wright, Tribulations. We are going to begin the court of Iris with Phoenix and go as a prosecutor this time. So let's begin. Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself? Morning, Pearls. Miss Nick, please tell me, what's going to happen to Miss Maria? Sorry, we don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed to enter it in the temple. Oh, I see. So is the Irish still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall? No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. She's required to be here in the court. And then, how come she's not here in the defense lobby? I have to admit, it's quite strange. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. Oh, it was Edgeworth. Sorry. Edgeworth. What's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak. Today's testimony? You hear me? Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. Wait, what? The prosecutor is squeezing her for confessions, or so I heard. Francisca Calma, what are you up to? I know what you're thinking, but Francisca isn't going to be the prosecutor today. What? Then who is? Who else would it be? But Goro. Goro. Francisca is engaged in some important work at the second cabin. The second cabin? You know Mrs.? Exactly. She has been out there all night, trying to remove those trick locks. With the head non's assistance, naturally. We estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we'll share some good news soon. Yeah, thanks, Edward. Prosecutor Goro intends to let this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow. You don't have to tell me that. I know. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday. It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made a decision, I felt myself get stronger. Interesting. Maybe you passed your cold onto someone else, literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner. Partner, buddy. Thanks. Oh, they're all buddies. I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plagued with this case. The circumstances around the murder of Elise Dexter, no, I mean Miss Faye. Is it possible to fly close to a scene? And what the woman is really after? I will solve them all and bring the whole trash to Jordan. Court is no session for the trial fires of Fasacor Temple. Your Honor? What are you... Who? Me? Well, my little brother came here to visit me in my chambers early this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted. So... that's why he's the blonde, because he's younger than the other judge. Therefore, I've been standing here for him. I see, Your Honor. So they are brothers? That explains a lot. My poor little brother, he looked like a big bell, not to mention sad that I couldn't be here. I don't care. It is impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. That is precisely why I feel the need to judge the past, and we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment. Well said, Mr. Goro. I understood exactly what he said, at least until the end, anyway. Now then, Mr. Goro, please proceed with your opening statement. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There's only one thing that remains constant in this crazy world. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug. So then you mean... forget it. What do you mean? During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today she has a change of heart. Sister Iris of the Secret Temple has a confession to make. Confession? The defendant? Iris, why didn't she discuss this with me first? Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, I always ask for her name and profession. That's one of our rules. My name is Iris. I'm a participant nun doing a training at the Secret Temple. What is there something that you want to confess to? Yes, but first I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue lying for anyone anymore. It's alright, what is it? Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident. Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Eddie Dixon? No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lovely shell of Miss Eddie's. I carried it to the Secret Temple courtyard where this desecrated it. What? Order you got order. With this, are you saying you were accomplice to the murder? Yes, that's correct. What? 3 minutes in the court and I will recover the blood sweat. Ha! Everyone on the planet is accomplished to something. It just happens to be that in this case is the murder. Oh, is that right, Mr. Wright? So this is confession that we're conferring about. It pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris' testimony was all a lie. The rest of the covered up and shoved in their pocket. Psh! Like that. No, that little lady. If you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Iris was covering for someone? No, it definitely up to the creek without a paddle. Or a life jacket. I've been at the Secret Temple ever since I was a little girl. The Secret Temple is run by one of the British families of the current tradition. One of our missions is to protect my family. I'm sorry about my main family? Yes, and that's why I will do to myself. If I need me to protect her. The daughter of the master of the courage channeling technique. Mystic Maya Fey. Huh? Is she telling that Maya... Wake up and smell the coffee, right? She's naming... Maya! What? She's obviously lying now. Order, court! So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer? I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes. And then I cleaned up the area to try to protect her. That's ridiculous! I could never do this. The defense were afraid for comment in the appropriate time. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened to the night of the crime? Yes, Your Honor. I thought I was prepared for the spectacle, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. I went in the temple that night and saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Annie strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Annie moved in to deliver a fatal try. Mystic Maya then tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only self-defense. You can blame her for it. So it was a self-defense? Yes, Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. That's why I tried my best to protect Mr. Maya. You moved the victim's body to the temple desolate by a would-be suspect. Is that right? Is that right? Not bad, you got the instincts of a true criminal. So it's not quite right. I sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the temple that night. And that the person who did go was the woman. Iris even admitted it. No, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. The whole spirit challenging again. Not only could it be inadmissible as evidence, but I think it might actually hurt our standing with the judge. First, I need to pick our testimony apart and expose the natural sounding parts. I don't know why Iris would tell a story like this, but there are two things I noticed that I just don't get up. Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You stated yesterday that on the night of the murder, you didn't go through the temple. Did she now? Too bad for you, but what she said yesterday doesn't mean much today. By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go? It was in the temple training hall. A private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony. That would be properly described as hearsay. What do you have to say, Mr. Witness? I asked you to tell him the truth at the time. Mr. Maya, she's your girlfriend, isn't she? I only want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit a murder. There, we all understand how difficult it is for you. Now let's continue with the testimony. What did you witness in the temple garden? Well, Your Honor... You're saying that the victims attacked Maya and Miss Faye? Yes, it was a truly frightening scene. Mystic Maya was struck hard on the head and looked like she was going to collapse. What were you doing at the time? Why did you stop them from fighting? I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in shock. That's perfect, understand, Mama dear. The justices are right. I don't believe this testimony for a minute. For a minute? What happened after that? And then... It's like Maya. It's like Maya, she turned things around like that. She used the weapon she had taken the lodge for strike. Witness, are you absolutely certain? Yes, but believe me, she has no choice. If you think Maya hadn't done something... Maya Faye's name would have been written on the autopsy report instead. Yes, I see. This is bad. I think I put the pieces together. Unless I find a contradiction, it was only Maya's going to be blamed for this. I only had this to say. Perseverate. Almost. She moved it to deliver a fatal strike? Yes, a sure fate. She threw down the staff and raised it into a row for a weapon. Wait a minute. What was this weapon? It was a kind of dagger. A dagger, huh? And Lisa tried to stab her with this weapon? To kill Miss Faye? Yes, exactly. Ha! You look like it did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcester sauce. Sauce. Do you have a problem with the testimony we're here for your client, Lord Boy? Do you have a problem with this testimony? Just one thing. Your Honor, I have a small problem with this testimony. You do? But it's with this your client. Yes, well, nevertheless. That's fine. With this, let's add your statement to the testimony. Yes. Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that. Shut up, old man. Listen, Gramps. I will say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. Okay, now, let's continue. Excuse me. Sorry, but I had to research what dagger is, because I'm not known with all the English words. So dagger is a small knife. Hey.
Objection!
Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events. Huh? Miss actually throwing her staff away makes no sense at all. To me. Wait a minute. I had to do something. But all I could do it with this staff is hit someone. Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature to it. About it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elise Dexter really had wanted to kill Maria Faye, she would have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say? That was an impressive bit of investigating, right? I never would have thought there was a sword in that staff. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is violently and thus quite effective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose the dagger over her blade. Well... Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use is what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Faye. As long as there's nothing strange about it, there's no problem with her testimony. But there is something strange about this whole testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point. Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back up its argument. Mr. Wright! I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Because Miss Lister would never attempt to take the life of... Elise Dexter would never have attacked Maya Faye. How could you be so sure? Because the victim's real name was not Miss Elise Dexter. Her real name was... Mr. Faye. Faye? No! No, Mr. Faye? Who is this Mr. Faye? Is she related to... Mr. Faye is the master of Kurashella technique. She also... the mother of Maya Faye. Are you serious? Is it true, Mr. Wright? Mr. Lister actually the great Misty? There's no doubt about it. It looks like Iris has no idea. I can't believe it. The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter once she had seen in 70 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing. Order, court! Upon the first hearing, the witness testimony, it seems natural enough. However, in light of the facts that have just been presented, one, that the victims were processed through a whale sword during a fight, and two, that the two people that led to death were mother and daughter, despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. Listen, there's nothing in this world that is possible, except for one little thing. Yes, what is this one little impossible thing? Ha! You still don't get it? You think maybe my beans are under-roasted, but you have no idea, Grams. Could you get you up to a point? I hear this witness's confession this morning. Just as I had taken this first sip of about 8 cups of morning coffee. You're going to ruin your health, my friend. Yeah. Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty. Is that a dagger the witness testified must see? Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else? No, don't mention it. It looked closer, there appears to be a bloodstain. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? The pine tree? The dagger was stuck in the back side of the pine tree. When the last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women, this little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree. Which means the blood on the design belongs to the victim, correct? Ha! Were you listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my turning of morning coffee. Did you say it was your 8 just a few minutes ago? I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice. Hell, against the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I ordered that the blood test be performed on it immediately. This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. Bailiff, get this piece of evidence for the crime to the crime lab for testing immediately. Now then, the testimony I just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider your testimony to be credible. Ha! Take that right. Good girls never lie. Ever. In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court. About... about what, Your Honor? About the incident you saw. The battle between the two women. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Maya stumbled briefly after he being hit on the head with the staff. But as you dodged, Mr. Maya's attack and stole her weapon. So the Mr. Elise was the one on the defensive with the back to the stone ladder. That's when Mr. Maya stabbed Mr. Elise. Mr. Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. That was a very heartbreaking story. I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but yeah, it had been 17 years since Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore. That seems reasonable. Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. Just felt the testimony must continue on the conclusion somewhere. You say that Maya Fey has turned the tables on the victim? Yes. Maybe sick Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger. I still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at a knife point is just silly. As to say, a corn fox is more dangerous than a jackal. I believe a correct description of the corn fox is a scared and petrified. Your animal analogies have grown tiresome. You're the one who started it! Anyway, so after Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone ladder, what happened next? Are you absolutely certain what you saw? Yes, I'm almost certain. Almost? The guard was dark. I couldn't really tell who was who. What did you just say? So in other words, this could have been someone else entirely.
Objection!
We know that Maya Fey was at the temple that night, and that the woman that was killed was in his textbook. Isn't it very obvious who attacked first? Who? I don't have anything to counter that yet. Well, Libertas, please continue with your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. The two of them faced each other for a moment. The mystic Maya rushed right into Mystic Elise. The Mystic Elise stumbled over and fell to the ground. So he was stabbed in the stomach, huh? Yes. Where did your dagger go? I had no idea. It was dark and I couldn't see. According to the detective who found the dagger, it was stuck into the pine tree in the garden. Most likely it was flung towards the tree after struggle. That is the most likely explanation, yes. After being stabbed in the stomach, did the victim collapse right away? Now that I think of it, she seemed to stare at the Mystic Maya for a while. And Mystic Maya stood there, not moving an inch. It felt for a moment like time had just stopped. But then, suddenly, as if the spell had worn off, Mystic Elise fell over. This is like a reasonable story at first. I will press everything. What happened to the victim's staff then? I'm not sure. The area was dark, it was very loud, so I couldn't really see. I think it got knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated. That was six. The bullets were free for dagger. Mr. Elise raised the dagger to strike, but Mr. Maya touched it at the last second. The dagger struck the lantern and fell to the ground. And at some point, Mr. Maya picked it up. Not like suspicious strange yet. What did the victim do when the weapon was stolen from her? Oh yes. Something about you just said is right, Alice. It'll know I didn't think you were the type to make much of a clear mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions. What do you mean? What's the problem with the testimony? About the testimony? According to you, Maya face stabbed the victim, who had her back to the stone ladder, correct? Yes, that's right. But in that case, the victim would have stabbed in the stomach, right? Yes, I think so. But according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab in the back. Ah! That proves the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another scene of doubt has brought from your testimony. Ah! What is the meaning of this, Miss Wright? Ha! It's simple. People are like books. We all got the front and the back. You get the drift. Is that all I have to say? I can also say that the doctors love to play with the human mind. Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already? The point is too much of what this testimony is doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense. Throwing away useful stuff, the staff and the fighting and the people fighting being mother and daughter. And now she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach. There certainly are some inconsistencies. Well, Iris, how about it? Well, it's just... If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing. What do you mean? There are 252 distinct types of bitterness in coffee, but to pick out each one requires total concentration and the use of all the senses. When you really concentrate on what is actually said. Just gonna go and explain yourself. The witness was quite on a big yes about her own, a big yes when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly. A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light. Light! By the way, did you know? The Inner Temple has a rule that on nights where an occult is there training, the stone lantern in the garden is to always be lit. I do wonder what the stone lantern was there for. But if that's true, should the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly? Glory, yes, Your Honor, but according to the head nun's bikini, on the night of the crime it was impossible to light that stone lantern. Impossible? It had been used in a long time and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to be nearly pitch black in the garden at night. There could have been a faint light. It could have been faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all. Mostly lightning. Yes, that's the illuminating fact that this has chased all the contradiction away. If the staff was dropped, it would have been difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. We can see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak. Is that right, Wright? No! No! Order! Here, Your Honor. Let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Maybe we rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. Why is you're sitting there with a look on his face? What's wrong, Your Honor? What's wrong, Your Honor? Was the flame too hot? This lantern! There's something written on it! What? Why is it written in blood? Oh boy! So you didn't know about that yet? Written in blood? It says... It says my upside down! What the... Oh yes, that's right. After being cornered at a stab by Mr. Maya, Mr. Glaze fall down right away. She must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her, where the blood was draining out of her body. It certainly looks that way. Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about? What do you mean what you're all talking about? We're all talking about? We're talking about the message written in the blood. Nonsense. This letter. It's as clean as a whistle. Oh no, don't tell me he can't see. He's colorblind. He can see red. Because it says it's clean, but the other says it's written blood. So he must be colorblind and he can see red. Oh my god! This letter is clear as a whistle. Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he said something about say something to me yesterday. My eyes are just pretty messed up. Even with this huge goggles on my head, I still can see everything. He can see red. So that's what he meant by that. In any case, this is some an important clue. We now know the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled the message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Goro, anything further? Mr. Goro? Okay then, let's move on. Goro is a little shaky, and somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose. Everything has not been established. The mistake was killed by my fate. That's just wrong! Now it's time to turn our attention to you. Yes, sir. After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears. After Mr. Elise died and called out to Mr. Maya, I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the current tradition, so I moved the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way to the garage, then used the snowblower to carry it back to the secret temple and... I used the shishito to alter the way to the wood looked. So you moved the body? Yes, I was raised at the secret temple. I owed a great deal to thanks to the Fey clan. But even so, I never imagined that the next name was actually Mr. Fey. I committed a terrible sin. A terrible trick of fate. I believe you're looking for a twist of fate, Your Honor. I intended to return to the temple after taking care of the body, but... You were spotted by the head nun, correct? Yes, and that's why I couldn't go back. The story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Check. Wait, where's the red report? Check. Lightning approach 10 to 11. Other structures go to Police died at 10:11. Dang it! I thought the bridge was burning. Och säkert related. They are they. They aren't, are they? Oh my god! I have to press it. It's pretty amazing you could make it all the way across that's a rickety old bridge. It looks worse than it is. It's a person stood in this mighty stage. It's like to say. It is us too stupid to catch even a simple cold. But that's one other thing. That's one other thing that bothers me. Why don't you just throw the body into Eagle River? It would have been much easier to drag it all the way than to drag it all the way to Asaka Temple. I thought it could still cast much suspicion on Missing Maya. That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible. Ha! Makes perfect sense to me. For the time being. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge? Huh? Is that what you were doing when Sister Birgitte saw you? Yes, that's right. She probably thought the worst. Probably, more like definitely. I see. So Sister Birgitte mistakenly thought you were the one that murdered Mr. Shrim. I'm so sorry, please forgive me. It's my fault that this case has gotten so confusing. I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. I was just trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why would she want to do that? There's only one reason I can think of. Why did you do that? Because I didn't want Mr. Wright to be suspected anyway. I thought the best thing would be to remove the body for a crime scene. You know the body was all by yourself? Yes, I did. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow. The snow, huh? So you waited until everything was over before making a move? No, it's not like that. Objection. He saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes. It's not surprising that she was a little timid. Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion. Isn't that your message just to meditate the argument? It was literally Mr. Maya saw me. That it finally dawned on her what she had done. So then you knew? You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey? Yes, of course I did. That's odd. I mean, since the beginning didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone the position. Anyway, she was a very special person indeed. Wait a minute. Of course, I have to press the snowball question. The snowball? I knew that would show up sooner or later. Yes, you had a key. I used the snowball to drive away from Asaka Temple to Deska Bridge. This is the part that was a question already. Should I ask for more details? about the tracks. If you did remove our body by most normal one, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right? Well, yes, naturally you would expect tracks. This picture was present at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride? Yes, I think they are. But I can only see one set of tracks here. I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left the secret temple. I see, snow was falling, huh? And then when the murder took place, it had to stop. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks. How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony? When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against all the evidence. Your Honor, it's like the I like the statement Iris just made under the testimony. But does it have something to do with this case? All will be made clear if you allow me to allow her statement to be added to the record. Ha! This should be fun. Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we? Yes, sir. Sorry, I had to stop a little bit. You should have learned by now that you should press everything before you press the evidence. There have been a lot of contradiction in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true? Yes, I am. When the murder happened, the snow already had stopped. According to you, that's why the snowboard tracks were so clear. That's right. I'm certain of it. I think I trapped her this time. I see how you think. Snow, huh? What's going on here? If the snow really had stopped by the time of the murder, it may be there's a bigger hole in the story than that movie, The Great Revelations. Ha! Well then, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to share your theory with us. Let's see what's up your sleeve, or rather at the end of your index finger. I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic has failed me. I was just trying to pin the murder on Maya. You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred, but I'm sorry, Iris, that just isn't possible. What? This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But it couldn't have crossed the bridge at that time. Why do you say that? Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, the bridge was struck by lightning and had caught a fire. Yeah, that's why I pressed the weather data. Oh, finally. What did you say? The bridge? It was on fire? You don't mean say you didn't know about it? I thought because of that like this that the bridge burned down. What? But it can't be. It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to receive or conceal the truth, you can pull the wool over the eyes of a real defensatory. No! Order! The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right. The inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way she could have crossed the bridge. Body or no body. With this, even my pages has its limits. Any further I and I will find you contact the court. Do you have anything to say for yourself? The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Oh man! Me? How dare you? Whether it is with a slide or not doesn't mean squat right now. Squat? The important thing now is to find out the truth. Is that right? Yes, of course. Whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can be disputed. First, the body of Philistines was discovered in the Hasselgård Temple courtyard, and second, the head nun, Sister Bikini. With this, the Iris desecrating Alice Dexter's body. He makes a good point. both accounts.
That's right. I'm not lying. Or I'm claiming this time. I was myself at that night. Alone that night, so when we received someone facing. Objection!
You stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy?
Objection!
It is only human to err. If you're so perfect, right, maybe you can explain this for the court. What is it? When the murder happened, the bridge has already burnt down. But somehow, the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of a perfect explanation for this little magic trick.
Oh, not exactly how now, but
I know there must be some other ways you got across that burnt out bridge. But unless this can somewhat demonstrate it, we will never know the truth.
Hey, look, it looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation.
You see what I mean, in other words. You're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony is the truth. Ah!
Alright then, let's hear your testimony once more.
About what, Your Honor?
You admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor. Will this be your final testimony?
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just got confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Or are you saying that there's a way across a burning bridge? So we just a misunderstanding, you see.
So this is the photo of the Dusky Bridge after it burned down after the lightning strike blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident.
It was burnt to a crisp. And one of the suspension wires is gone. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall. Clearly it would be impossible to carry a corpse across the bridge in this condition.
Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth. And Maya will be accused of murder. Try it, I will go to say this one more time. It is only human to err. And only humans can spot the errors of our ways. The more sense it makes, the less sense it makes.
Alright, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination. Okay guys, after this episode. Oh my god, Iris, you liar. Big liar. Tried to pin the murder, Maya. Yeah, so we are going to in the next episode we are going to cross-examine the testimony. And this is the final testimony, I think. The final cross-examination. Yeah, so I went here. Thank you for watching. Leave a like or subscribe if you liked it. Thank you for support as always. If you have to up and check out the videos I made. And see you.